For Q30 Sports, I'm Toni Wetmore, joined today by Quinnipiac women's basketball players Raviv and Jackie Grisdale. Jackie, at the beginning of this season, how much success did you think the team would have looking ahead?
I always have a lot of confidence in our team because I feel like you need to have that confidence in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, no one's going to. So I knew that we had the opportunity to be really good, but I think we've even exceeded my expectations in the way that we're bonding and clicking together as a team. It's been really fun just to play together on the court. It's really enjoyable to come to practice every day, play together, and then obviously in games, like watch each other have the success that we're having. But we all have that main goal, like we're still reaching. We're still going for something higher. So I think as we continue to grow and as we continue to get better, we're kind of just trying to reach all of our expectations.
And you've grown a lot as a leader over these years at Quinnipiac. What's contributed to that growth for you?
I think a lot of the trust that my coaches have had in me to step up and take the positions that I have. And then obviously, like, going along with the coaching staff, like, they set the example for us. Coach Fabry is one of the best role models that I or any young woman could have in their life. So I'm so lucky to get the opportunity to learn from her every day, because she shows what a true passionate leader really embodies. And so I've really grown a lot under her eye.
And speaking of growth, this team has grown tremendously from last season to this season. What have you seen from that growth?
Last year was an opportunity for a lot of people to get a lot of minutes and a lot of experience, and I think that helped this year because now we're coming into games with a lot more experience under our belts and just playing basketball instead of worrying about all the little things, worrying about adjusting from high school to college or from year to year. Now we're just playing basketball and having fun with it.
What makes Gal such a difference maker on the court?
Gal's incredible. She sees the floor like no point guard I've ever played with before. The way that she gets open shots for herself too. I kind of want to guard her sometimes. I feel like I never get to guard her in practice, but I would love to just like see what she's doing, how she's reading the defense to get herself the open offensive look she does. But then, so we talk about all this offensively, but she's just as fiery on defense. Like, she's running through passing lanes, she's putting pressure on the ball, she's making the exact right rotations and help. Like, she's just a joy to play with because she's doing the right thing every time, and her basketball IQ is through the roof.
Gal, what differences have you seen from playing at FIBA versus playing in college?
Yeah, it's very different because it's a European basketball against the American basketball, and obviously it's a different girls to play with. But like once I got adjusted, then it was way better.
What makes Jackie such an effective leader?
I mean, she's Jackie. She's often on the court. Honestly, she's just amazing. On the court, you guys can all see she's like, nobody can actually, like, she's shooting it like crazy. Off the court, she's just amazing woman, and it's just so much fun to be around.
In your eyes, what's the most dangerous part of your game?
I think being able to read the defense. So like, if I'm able to get myself a shot, then I will get myself a shot, and I'm also able to pass it.
You broke the record for the most points scored by a first year since Quinnipiac became Division I. What does that accomplishment mean to you?
I mean, it's amazing. It's just another something that I got to reach. So it's amazing. I'm grateful for it.
For both of you, what's been a moment this season that really made you feel like this team is special?
Well, I think two games stand out in my mind. One, the Harvard game, just coming in absolutely smacking them. I think somebody was talking about it today in practice. Like, they're still receiving votes in the AP poll, and so like, for us to say that we beat a team by 20 points, that team of that caliber, then I think that's really important. And that was like, wow, like, we are this good. And then I think even the loss to Miami at Miami showed us a lot as a team. Like, we didn't give up, we didn't give in, and we stuck around with the ACC team.
Yeah, I agree. I think the preseason kind of like gave us what are we going to look like this year. So I think these games really helped us to understand how good we are.
How do you stay focused as this regular season starts to wind down?
Day by day, getting 1% better each day and trying to make every day a great day. I know that's kind of been our theme this year, is be great today. And I think just keeping that mindset of there's something to improve on. There always is. So just taking that every day, trying to make it better.
Yeah, I think you said it great. Staying focused on every day and just know that we have that goal in the end that we're trying to get.
You're at the top of the MAC with your in-state rival Fairfield. What does it mean to kind of have that rivalry to add to the competitiveness of this conference?
I mean, I think it's great having, like, these are the best games, I think, the games that are close ones and the games that we get to compete at a high level. So I think it's amazing that we get to have that, and we're waiting for those games. So yeah,
it's really fun anytime you guys play against a good opponent. So I feel like it's extra special that it's like a Connecticut in-state rivalry, but we're looking at it as a game that we want to win every time.
How confident are you looking ahead to the tournament?
I think we're pretty confident. We know what we can do, and we know we gotta stay focused and focus on ourselves, and get ready for the games. I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, I think our ceiling as a team is really, really high, and I know Coach has been talking about it a lot. Like we're not quite to where we want to be necessarily, but we luckily still have a few games to get there, and then in the tournament, like get there and be there. But I think that our potential is so high, and the fact that we're doing so well and we're not even fully reaching our potential yet is a scary thought because we're getting there.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of scary, why should other teams be scared of the Bobcats as we head toward Atlantic City time?
I think we have a lot of weapons, and I think the way that our defense has been playing lately is really stepping it up. That's something that we wanted to change going through games in the season, was really like focus on our defense, get better at that. So if we can get our defense getting stops and then our offense clicking and all of us firing and hitting on the same night, then it's a good opportunity to win.
Yeah, I agree. I think if we all play good at the same day, it's kind of scary. Like I said, we have a lot of weapons that can score, and as a team, we defend pretty good. So I think, yeah.
All right, here's my favorite question. What's been your favorite Trish Fabry moment, either on or off the court, or quote, whatever just sticks out to you about Coach Fabry?
Gosh, okay. She has so many. One of my favorites is like she always says like make lemonade off of a bad pass or whatever. And I feel like Gal and I like took that one and we really won with it. And now we like say make lemonade a lot to each other. So I'll credit Coach Fabry with the original quote, but then Gal and I definitely use that a lot now too together.
Yeah, I agree. I love that one. Yeah.
Sweet. So how do you two bond off the court?
Good.
No, you got it.
We play a lot of games. Recently, we've been really into card games. So Gal actually taught us two kind of original games that she plays in her country. And so one is called, I'm going to let you do the pronunciation.
Juja?
Yeah, but we call it Miami because we started playing in Miami. Got it. And then the other one is...
I don't really have a name.
Okay,
for that
we
one.
call it New York because we started playing in New York.
Yeah.
So we get really competitive with those, and I don't understand it, but Gal she always wins. It's insane. Like I swear the cards just flip in the way that she wants them to, and it's just insane. Like I'll even have shuffled, and then she'll get the perfect cards, and so it's frustrating, but it's good. It's really a lot of fun to just be competitive in other ways. I know indoors, like. In the fall and stuff, we played a little bit of spike ball and then like pickleball and stuff in Coach B's room. But the cards are a fun way to be non-physical activity as like we're getting tired or whatever. So it's been really fun to do that and then get ice cream, get food, stuff like that.
Yeah. When you play pickleball, other competitive games like that, who typically wins?
So let's talk about that. So Jackie got the pickleball, right? And I think in spikeball, if we're partners, I don't think somebody can actually beat us. There was this one time that, we got beat, but it was like in Coach B. If we play on the grass, I don't think somebody have a chance.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now going back to basketball for a second, what's the most fun part of the game for you?
I think specifically this year is playing with this team. I think I think everybody understands the game and everybody understands what the player next to them is good at. So being able to read off each other and being able to be happy for each other, I think that's been great this year. And I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, I'm going to go right off of that. I'm going to say celebrating each other after big plays. It is just awesome. Like Anna Foley getting a big and one, or Gal getting an and one, and her like celebration. Carson handed me a three. Grace getting a defensive stop or an and one. Like there's just so many things that everyone is doing well, and to be able to cheer each other on and just be so excited in the game, in practice for them doing that it just makes me happy to do that.
Absolutely. And what's been your favorite fan interaction at your time at Quinnipiac?
I think any of mine have been with meeting the kids after the game. This past game, a girl that I met maybe 2 or 3 years ago, she made me bracelets and brought me bracelets. Like that was so sweet of her to do, and it really means a lot to me to be able to have a conversation with the kids because it reminds me of where I came from. And I think back to when I was in their shoes and I was like, wow, this is a college basketball player. Like this is so cool to be meeting them. And I think it gives me that perspective, like take a deep breath. Like you're playing basketball. It's just basketball. Like you love it.
Yeah, I agree. I think that we get to meet them after the games are amazing, and we get to interact with them and sign for them is just to make them happy. It's amazing.
When you have young girls like that come up to you, what does it mean to kind of represent as a whole being a woman in sports?
It's a really cool opportunity. I know, like, there are so many strong women that I've looked up to growing up, whether they're athletes or not. And so to have the opportunity to do that for the next generation of young people, it's really cool and it's a good feeling.
Yeah, it's cool, and to think about one day they will be there and it's just gonna keep going. It's crazy to think about.
Thank you for joining me, Jackie and Gal. The Bobcats will look to close out their regular season this week. For Q30 Sports, I'm Toni Wetmore.